Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I figured we could do a little whip and chat on one of the 9 Thanksgiving ones that I unboxed. Yeah, because I did, let's see, last week what did I do? I think I posted 2 unboxings last week, so I figured you probably didn't want to see another unboxing right away. So I figured we'll do this little whip and chat. I chose one, Gnomes, so you know it's Thanksgiving and Gnomevember, which I'm not participating in, but I do know that it's going on, so I figured it was something that was applicable for what's going on, you know, in the world of diamond painting right now. So I've got this lined up here, back behind me. I've got all the colors already cut out of the bags. They're just in individual trays like so that you're not bothered by me wasting time cutting the bags open and getting the drills out. I'm going to use my trusty single placer pen. I typically use, tweezers, typically. But I figured that with you guys, I would try, I would work with a pen today. It might help me go a little faster. With tweezers, you know, sometimes it takes a little longer. But I don't have any wax in here currently. I'm going to fill this up. And I'm filling it up with, I just got a tin of patty wax. I've only used it once. It's the very first time that I've ever used it. It's a cute little cactus tin. And I think this is the super sticky patty wax. I'll have to check my receipt. But I actually wanted the llama tin, but their inventory was off and they didn't have the llama tin. So she asked me if I wanted to have a cactus tin instead. And I like cactus as well. So I said, yeah, sure, why not, right? So as you can see, I've only used it one time. So I'm gonna load this bad boy up here. Now I don't know how many of you know about this type of wax. Probably most of you do. And it's not specific to patty wax. It's any kind of like homemade wax that you get. It does not, you can't just stick your pen in it like the pink wax, right? So you have to kind of scrape it in there and load it up. And then what I do is I typically kind of push it against the top of the tin to make sure it's packed in there really well. Some will come off as you diamond paint and the top of the drills go into the wax itself. You'll see some spilling out of the wax. But yeah, just in case you didn't know, you don't just push it in there, you gotta scrape it in there, okay? So we're doing this November, this Thanksgiving Gnomevember. And if you guys hear noise in the background, both Izzy, my dog, and Charlie, my cat, are inside today. So they are a little rambunctious because it's cold outside. Charlie, I just tried to see if he wanted to go back outside. He did not. So you might hear some noise from them. Alright, so looks like we've got, where should we start? Should we start with the outline, with the K's, or the Happy Thanksgiving? Maybe it'll be better to start with the A's, the Happy Thanksgiving, these whites, and work our way around there. And I might have to use a separate tray if this is too full. But let's start. And, you know, if you single place, another thing, I single place most of the time on pretty much everything that I do. I prefer it. I enjoy taking the time to place every single drill. I'm not about trying to rush through and just get it done to get it done. I understand that because I started this channel and what I want to do with this channel, that I'm going to have to get better at multi-placing. I'm going to have to be able to get some projects done a little bit quicker. So I will practice multi-placing. I'm actually practicing it on, if you guys remember the unboxing for Cat Eared company off of Amazon, I got a mystery diamond painting from them. And I got, I think I got a square on that one. Let me check. Yeah, I did get a square on that one, but I'm trying to multi-place on that. So you know, it's funny because with squares, you really notice the gapping, right? If the canvas isn't gridded up correctly for the size of the drills that you have, right? So like, I don't remember off the top of my head, but squares are usually like, oh, I don't know what the size is on them, but squares are smaller than the round drills. But some of the canvases aren't gridded out to where it's consistent for each of the square diamonds to line up directly next to each other. So when you're multi-placing, you will see some sort of weird gapping that is, you can tell that, you can even tell what size, you can tell you multi-placed, and you can even tell what size multi-placer you used based off of the gapping issues that you have. Some people like to stagger their multi-placing. So like if I was using a 4-placer here and they were lined up together, I would do, I would stagger it. So if I put the 4 here, the next line would probably go up that way, the next line would probably go that way, so that you have a more, a less obvious gapping, right? If you're using a 4-placer and you place them all this way, you're going to have a big gap right between the next line of 4s, right? So, so some people do that. I just haven't gotten the hang of it. I feel like I'm not enjoying the painting as much when I multi-place. I feel like it's more of a chore rather than enjoying it. I like to be able to place my drills and then look, kind of look back, step back and look at it and adjust as necessary. So, yeah, I tend to just single place. But like I said, with with some of the stuff that I want to do with this channel, multi-placing probably is going to be necessary in some situations. I think the more expensive the diamond painting is, or not even the more expensive, maybe even just the more I like the picture, the more detailed I'm going to be about placing the drills. Like, so I just sat that one down and I don't like where it's at, so I'm just going to take this pen here, which is the pen that I typically use, that has my straightener on it, and straighten that out. You could also use tweezers if you want to do that. And yeah. So I just want to say sorry if my voice sounds scratchy today. I'm very dry. My throat is very dry. My sinuses are very dry. So I'm having trouble keeping a fresh sounding voice. So I'm trying to be conscious. I need to slow down when I'm talking. I need to enunciate better. I need to stop saying so much. And I need to drink my soda. I don't know about you guys, but I don't drink soda that much. But when I do, I really enjoy it. I had a drill that dropped out of place there. Probably it was stuck on the side of my pen. So I hope everybody's doing well. I think I might have asked before in another video. I can't really remember. I recorded a video yesterday that is actually going to go up after this one. So I might have said it in that one. Not thinking about it, but I'll say it in this one as well. How I hope that everybody had a great Halloween and enjoyed everything. Sorry, the animals are being a little crazy right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed your Halloween, and I hope that, you know, if you went trick-or-treating with your kids, or if you got dressed up and just handed out candy, I hope that everybody enjoyed it. I hope that everybody had decent weather. I'm not real sure how the weather was across the states. I've said in a past video I'm in Colorado, so, and I worked, and I believe it was just cold. I don't think, and not even like super cold, just kind of chilly. So it was probably good weather for everybody to show off their costumes very well without having to cover up with a jacket or anything. But I was working, so... Yeah, you know what? I just remembered. I did mention this, I think, in the video that you will see after this, because I talked about one of my employees that came in with their face made up. So you'll hear that on the next video. So, I don't know about you guys, but it's funny how when you're outside of work, right? Where am I going with this? When you're outside of work, when your day is over, it's funny when you're recapping the day in your head, when you're thinking about things, how you get a different perspective on it. You know, they always say, I love how we use that phrase, they always say, who's they, right? But I will say it, they always say that, you know, when you're in like an argument or whatever, you know, walk away and, you know, give yourself time to absorb what happened, give yourself time to go through whatever emotions you need to go through, and then come back and discuss the issue, because then you have a better perspective and you don't do or say things that you will regret or that you didn't mean to do, right? They say that with arguments with people. Well, it's the same thing with work. So you wind up getting stressed out at work, something didn't go your way, somebody decided that they were going to do something out of the norm, so it threw a wrench in what you had planned, or it doesn't work well with the whole scope of the final product of something, whatever it may be, right? So I'm trying to learn how to look at things in a different perspective while it's happening, rather than just focusing on either what I'm going to say next or how to react to a certain situation. Being a supervisor in a department, a manufacturing company, and in a department that has multiple shifts, there's a lot of things that go on during the day that you don't really see or can really evaluate when you're not there. So things happen during the day, and then I get in, and the day shift supervisor or whoever is there to relay information to me will say, yeah, XYZ happened, and so you're just going to have to do ABC. And I'm, usually you're looking at it and you're going, well, wait a minute. It's very difficult for me to do A, B, and C because since you guys did XYZ first, I have to go back and I have to, fix, C, D, and E before I can do A, B, and C, right? Just to put it in perspective. So, I'm trying to learn how to, in the moment, while it's happening, to say, okay, I will start A, B, and C as soon as I sit down, I go through X, Y, and Z that you did. I see how you did it, why you did it, and I can understand the reasoning behind it better. And then I can put together a plan that will allow us to do A, B, and C with the least amount of inconvenience to you the following day, right? That's basically what the priority is of swing shift in manufacturing, because nothing's shipping out that day. We don't have corporate or anybody above us really, right there to either demand something from us or to change our focus from one thing to another really quickly, which I have worked day shift before, and that happens a lot in our company where you have a plan set up and you're going to execute the plan, and 5 minutes into the execution of the plan, someone above you comes over and says, yeah, no, we're going to nix that plan, we're going to do it this way. And then you have to scramble to fix it, and 9 times out of 10, like I said earlier, swing shift, the off shifts, are left with cleaning up the mess and figuring out how to get us to the next progression, right? The next part. So I'm learning how to tell people that they are going to have to, wait a little bit so that I can get more information so that I can do the best job. Because as a supervisor or any type of leadership, if any of you have ever been in leadership before, you will know that it's not you that your decision affects. It does affect you in some way, but because you're running a crew, because you've got X amount of people who you're responsible for, meaning that, you have to keep them safe first and foremost. You want to try and make sure that they keep their job. So you're on them for, whatever it may be, regular policies. And then you're also trying to make sure that you're getting everything done on time and everything like that. So every time that you make a decision, you have to take into account how that's going to affect not only your workers specifically, but the department as a whole. So they have a tendency in our company, they like to say, oh, well, we need to ship more this month. We, this X, fell through. This thing fell through, so we need to figure out how we're going to make up this amount of money because our budget is, X amount of dollars, and we need to make X amount of sales so that we can cover these, expenses, right? Typical stuff. But because that happens a lot of times, like I said, the earlier shifts wind up doing things more on the fly rather than a scheduled. This is what gets me. They're always like, oh, well, you should have scheduled this, or, everybody should know what they're doing the day before, so that when they come in the next day, they're ready to go. You don't really have to have a discussion. They could just go to work. Well, that doesn't work in manufacturing. You can have an outline of what needs to get done. You can have an outline, of what needs to get done, but 9 times out of 10, that is not what happens. 9 times out of 10, you start the thing that you had planned to do, and somebody pulls you aside, and you have to do this other thing. Day shift, that's pretty much how it is. Swing shift, not so much. On our shift, we pretty much have a plan. We can look at everything. We know what we're going to do for the most part. Yeah, we don't know the day before, but when I get in, I have a team lead under me that gets there. His schedule is, he starts a couple hours before me. So he staggers his shift as like an in-between shift. And then I work the later shift, basically. So he goes in 2 hours before me, and he does an assessment. So it's 2 hours before me, meaning that it's also 2 hours before the day shift leaves. So he can go around, he can talk to all of the people, all of the different workers at the different operations. He can find out if there's anything wrong with any machines. He can, and he does all that for us. And then when I get in, we sit down and we're like, okay, well, this, and this happened, so we're going to do this, and this to make sure that we can fulfill these orders on time. So with his help, I am learning to be able to tell people that they're just going to have to wait for an answer. I can't give them one right away, and they're going to have to understand that giving false information or making a false decision based off of limited information is not always the right way to go. So, and my boss seems to be okay with it. I'm not having as many issues as the other supervisor is when I say about, how things are working and what we're doing. So I take that as a good thing, right? I take that as, and my boss always did tell me, he always said, Stacy, if you don't see me, if you don't see me and you don't hear from me, then you must be doing something right, because if I have to bother you about something, then that means something's not getting done. And so that's why I say he pretty much leaves me alone. But then again, I've had many, many years in this department working for the same boss, so we've kind of got a rapport. He knows very well my style of leadership. He also knows that if I say something's going to get done, it gets done. And so he doesn't really question me. Every once in a while he'll question me, but that's usually because somebody else is on him and he just needs answers to make sure that what they're saying, or he can, either explain to them better, or we can change up the plan, whatever it may be. Unfortunately, though, the day shift people, the leadership, the supervisor on day shift, as well as the team leads on day shift, are fairly new. meaning within the last 2 years, right? So the day shift supervisor has only been a supervisor for roughly 4 months, maybe. Before that, he was just a team lead in a different department. So, like, not only did he just come over to our department, but he's also never been, he got promoted, so he's never been been a supervisor before. So, learning a new department and trying to deal with all the different personalities in our department is very taxing. And my boss is not very forgiving when it comes to people not learning at the speed he wants them to learn at, right? I'm trying to be as nice as possible. So that's, he doesn't, the day shift supervisor is, running around with his head's chopped off all the time and is playing catch up all the time. And I feel bad for him, but I'm not there to help him. I have gone in early to try and help him, but alas, he doesn't seem to want my help, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. Some people just need to figure things out on their own. I'm okay. So, and then we have 2 team leads on day shift, and one of them is new within maybe a year she's been here, maybe not. I don't think so. I don't think it's been a full year yet. And she's never worked in manufacturing before. She used to work at a fast food restaurant. And so she's trying to learn things. And then the other team lead that we've got has been here for longer. She's been here for about 3 years. But she also has difficulty, what's the nicest way to put this? She has difficulty understanding what her role is. She's getting better at it, but it's taken a lot of disciplinary action in order to get her there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with her. But, we're trying to make it work. That's one of the reasons why I do, am trying to learn how to make better decisions and stuff like that, because the lack of experience on the other shift will really mess us up if I make a decision, a split decision, without as much information as possible. So I think I'm doing okay with it. There are some things, obviously that you get wrong or you're a little bit hasty on, but I think I'm doing pretty good with it. I had a decision today that I made, and I called my boss because I don't really, see him too much, like I said. So I called him to let him know the decision that I made, and he pretty much told me, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. All right. So, I'm getting better at it. It's not as hectic right now at work. We do have 2 days off for the holiday, so it is kind of fast-paced right now, but it's not that bad overall. We're having some issues with the material that we're getting that we need to make things from. So it comes from a different department in the company, and they're having issues. So we are struggling with that, but with the stuff that we do have and the people that we have working there, I don't foresee us having too many issues making all of the orders for this month. So that's a good thing. I'm excited about that because there's nothing worse than having a crappy month at work and then trying to have a holiday and, trying to think about, you don't want to think about work and be stressed out and stuff like that when you want to have a good holiday with your family. So I'm pleased with the way it's going right now. I think we're going to be okay going into the holiday. And this year, so my husband and I, okay, we're changing subjects here. So my husband and I, we've been together for a little over 2 years. We've known each other for longer, but we've been together as a couple for 2 years, a little over 2 years. And so with that, my family doesn't live out here with me. My parents, my son lives out here, but we're not really close. So I always invite him over for the holidays, but he never comes. Anyway, not a pity party, just kind of stating facts. So what I'm getting at is that because my husband, his mother lives here, his sister lives in a different state, but his mother lives here. Last year, our first Thanksgiving together, it was our first Thanksgiving together. Was it our first? No. It was our second Thanksgiving together because we started dating in September. So it was our second Thanksgiving. So our first Thanksgiving, we really didn't do anything. We were very new as a couple. So he did his thing and I kind of did my thing. But our second Thanksgiving, so last year's Thanksgiving, we had his mother over here, and his aunt and uncle over here? No, I don't think his aunt and uncle came over. So it was his mom, and it was his best friend, who he calls a brother, because they pretty much grew up together. They came over for dinner, and I cooked the turkey. I cooked pretty much everything, which is, I've done before in the past. I've never been married. I say that even though I call my husband. We're not technically married. We're not legally married, but I call him my husband, and he calls me his wife. And, Colorado is common law, it does have common law, but I don't even, to me, I don't care. He's my husband. I'm his wife. It's whatever. So, where was I getting with that? I was going with that, I don't know where I was going. So, anyway, yes, that's where I was going. So I've never been married, sorry. I've never been married, but, and I've never really been close with my family. So, even when I was back in Maryland, where my family is at, we didn't have, Thanksgiving dinners. We didn't have, anything like that. I always tend to work on holidays, and, my mom would do whatever. My mom and dad got divorced when I was young, so, my dad and his wife would do their thing. And so, yeah, it was never really any kind of tradition. I know that when I was young, my parents tried to have a tradition, but it just never worked, you know. Just never really happened. So I was very happy to make dinner. I was stressed out last year, but I was very happy to make the holiday dinner for us, and it went over well. And my husband's mom said that she was very happy that I had made the dinner this year so that she didn't have to do it, you know. So I made her day. My husband was very happy because he was very happy that his family accepted me, and that, you know, it was just a good day all around. So I was extremely happy last year for both holidays, because we did the Thanksgiving and then we had everybody over for Christmas. You know, we bought our house last year, so it was our first holidays in this house. So it was just awesome, overall awesome. So we're planning on doing that this year, and I'm excited about that too. I'm excited about making the dinner and everything for everybody and have everybody over. I am a little bit worried about not, you know, maybe this is just me, maybe it's everybody every year, but I am worried about, well, what if the turkey doesn't turn out this year? You know, that kind of thing. So, I wind up putting that little bit of stress on myself. But that's okay. I know that we'll get through it, or I will get through the cooking process, and I know that we will enjoy everything. I'm the type of person where, yeah, I want to feel satisfied, and yes, I want to have a good day. It's important to me to do that, but it's also like I always put everybody else first. In that regard, you know, especially when I care about them so much, I will put them first. So my main priority is to make sure that my mother-in-law is happy and my husband is happy, and that, you know, whoever else comes over is happy. That's my main focus. And I'm sure they will be. They're all pretty easygoing, but I will worry about it until it happens, because that's just the way I'm built. Yep. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the time. It looks like I've been going. It says 38 minutes, but I feel like I've been going longer than that. I might have been. I don't know how many minutes it is before this. So I know that my camera records a certain amount, and then it switches over to a new save file. But I don't know how long that is. So, but I also know that I don't want to keep you guys forever, because this, as you can see, single placing takes quite some time to do. I think that's why most people multi-place, because they want that satisfaction of getting something done quickly, whereas I enjoy just doing it. I am doing the white though, as you can see, and because of that, it is what was I going to say? Not because of that, but it is, I think, one of the most colors. No, I take that back. Looking at my trays over there, K is got the most colors, and that's the smaller one in the background here. Oh, sorry. I hope that was in camera enough. I keep forgetting that the camera, where the camera's positioned, so I hope I was keeping this in there. And I'm not really zoomed in either, so you know what? I probably should have done that for you. So I can zoom in more. For this last portion, right, we can zoom in tight so that you can see what I'm doing. I was just like, oh, I'll just do it, whatever. You know? If you're like me, though, whipping chats for you is just more of having a buddy while you're diamond painting, so you're not sitting in silence. Sometimes you want to do that. Sometimes, you know, I'll watch TV, and other times I'll watch someone else's whip and chat or kitting up or kitting down, something like that, to keep me company while I'm diamond painting. But so I don't necessarily think about how close the camera should be, like what angle you want to see. Maybe you guys could tell me that. Maybe in the comments you could say, hey, I like the zoomed up view, you know, the tight zoom, or I like the further back camera position. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, doing it this way allows me to not hunch over as much, so it's better on my back. But yeah, you can let me know. I think what we'll do is I'll finish these whites here. I've got a couple more sections, it looks like. So maybe what it'll be is I will just finish this one, this white, and then we'll call it a day. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll set it aside, and next week maybe I'll do another whip and chat that will be the next color on here, you know? Maybe I'll do that. Let me know what you guys think, if that's something that you want to see, or if you're not into the whip and chats, if you don't like the whip and chats, let me know that too, because I don't want to give you content that you don't want to watch, right? You know, even though I might like it, or you know, it's relaxing for me to do, you know, ultimately we're in this together, right? If you're coming here to watch the videos, then we're on this journey together. And I don't want to do something if you're not enjoying it. So let me know in the comments if you like the whip and chats, or if you don't. Oh, no. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you like the whip and chat. Sorry, the bag got stuck on the corner there. That looks pretty cool, huh? Alright, so where's the other A's? I've got more there. I can get both of them on the screen, which is nice. Yeah. So, you know, also in the comments, let me know what you guys have been up to. Let me know if you're working on any of these that you've seen. I did get a comment on the unboxing, and I apologize because at this moment I don't remember the name, but you know what? I have my phone right here. I can look up who made a comment. So I had a comment from, let's see if I can, let's go over here to this one and see, can I see the comments this way? It does not look like I can. Let me do this. Sorry guys, I am just trying to look to see the comments here. Alright, so I had a comment from Monica who said these are super cute, and I agree, they are super cute. And then I had a comment from Only Marin, who has commented on a couple of other ones, so thank you very much for that. And she said, I'm assuming it's a she, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But she said that she loves these paintings. They just might be in my cart. LOL with a heart. So I love that. Thank you very much for those comments. And yes, these are super cute. So I've completed one already. And when I get done with these whites, I can actually show it to you if you're interested. I completed one already. The first one that I did was the waving turkey. And my husband picked that one. I sat down with him over the weekend on Saturday, and we were watching wrestling. We were watching the Crown Jewel event, and he was, before that he was playing video games, and I sat down and I diamond painted with him while watching him do that. And he picked the first one. It was the Thanksgiving turkey that just said Thanksgiving at the top, and had the waving turkey. And it turned out really cute. I really like it. He liked it a lot too. That one had a lot of colors in it, and I don't think that they overdid it with the colors. I think every part of it turned out great. You can read where it says Thanksgiving very well. Yeah, and when I get done with these whites, I will show it to you. But let me finish these first. So, as we started, thank you very much for the comments. I really appreciate it. I got some more comments to respond to, and I try to respond to all of them. Even if it is, I actually try to like the comment and respond to it. So, even if it is just a quick, yeah, I agree, or whatever it is. I definitely want to acknowledge that I've read your comment and that it's, that I appreciate it. Alright, so it looks like this might be the last white one here. Let me take a quick, oh, no, I see more. Okay, but they're small sections, so let's see, where are we at? Okay, there's one there. I sound super stuffy today, don't I? I'm actually not stuffy. My sinuses are just swollen, so it sounds stuffy, but I'm really not. But if you like these, I know I keep going all over the place with my conversations, so I apologize. If you like these whip and chats, if you are okay with me continuing them, then leave me a comment and let me know, or let me know if there's something else that you want me to try or do. I will try. Can't guarantee anything, but I'm not afraid of trying. I see one more kind of off to the side here. Is that the only one? Nope, I'm seeing a couple more. Couple random whites in here. Couple random whites. Letter A's. That's what we're looking for, the letter A. So I see a couple random ones. I should zoom back out because now you're not seeing me do anything, because I am kind of searching all over this to find the A's. I think I might have gotten them all. See, we had some random ones like here and here. This one's kind of off center a little bit. Let me move that over. I see one more up here. Oh, another one that's up here. I see one over here. I'm one of those people, when I do these small ones, I like to do one color at a time. This one here, like I said, I cut open all the bags so that you wouldn't hear all crinkling. But I honestly didn't realize that it was going to take me this long. I used the pen this time because I figured that it would go faster than using the tweezers. But I don't think that it did. I think that I'm still going the same speed. I think I'm still going the same speed, so it might not matter if I use a pen or tweezers. I'm still in slow speed. That reminds me of something when I was in my 20s. A friend and I were going to go to a concert, and we were determined. And she had a little Geo Metro at the time, and that her Geo Metro was having engine troubles, and we were so upset. And she's like, I don't care if we have to hop on my dad's tractor, or one of the riding lawnmowers. It wasn't a tractor, it's a riding lawnmower like a John Deere. She's like, I'll put that baby in rabbit speed and we'll get there. She's like, it might take us a full day to get there, but we're gonna get there no matter what. So when I talk about speed, I think about that. I'm like, yeah, I might be in a rabbit speed, mower version of rabbit speed. Or turtle speed, I should say. The turtle speed. I might be on that turtle speed. I might have to kick it into rabbit speed. That cracks me up every time I think about it. It was such a funny time. All right, I am not seeing any more A's for me to finish up any whites. So, and we've been going for 52 minutes. Yep, that's about it for you guys, right? It's about all you can handle. There's no way I could get done this whole diamond painting, right? Whoops, I grabbed the wrong bag. I am just trying to get the one that I finished out for you guys so that you can see it. Because like I said, my husband picked out the first one that I did, and I think it turned out really cute. So let me show you that. So it's this one. This turkey Thanksgiving. Let me move this one to the side here. Hold on. Let me grab this. Put this plastic on here so that it doesn't get dirty. Okay. Put that to the side. And now you can see the Thanksgiving turkey, the turkey waving high at you, right? Turned out really cute. I will say this is sticky over the eyes, and I thought that I had some googly eyes left over from a kit, but at this moment I can't find them. So I'm leaving it in the bag that it came in with the plastic over top of it, so that if I find some googly eyes, I can stick them on there. But yeah, I think that one turned out really cute. I like all the different colors in it. I like the different colors splotched around the outside like that. I think that turned out cute. And then once again, here's the one that we are currently working on that you've been seeing for the last hour. So you have this completion here. Let me zoom out. So you have this completion here, and the one that I'm working on over here, which that is super glare right there. So yeah, turned out pretty cute, huh? All right, well, I'm gonna leave it with that, and let me know. Let me know if you want me to continue this in a whip and chat, or if you're okay with me just finishing it up, and then maybe we could do a whip and chat for the next one, and I can show you the completion on this. You let me know, or like this, I should say. You let me know in the comments. And we'll see what happens. If I don't hear anything, then I'll just decide myself, right? All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a wonderful start of your week or midweek. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.